Hi everybody, I'm Anne and this is Vicky. She's the mom that's going to have puppies. As you can see, she's got quite a big belly on her and she's a golden retriever. So we're going to talk about some of the things I do to get ready for her puppies to arrive. So one of the first things is taking her fur away from the nipples, because the puppies are going to nurse on the nipples the minute they're born, and if they're too hairy and too furry, they can't get to the nipples. So I was just going to demonstrate a little bit about, as you can see, there's a nipple here underneath all the fur. So I cut away the fur so that the puppies can get to the nipple very easily. I had started doing some, so as you can see that some are clear. And when I've got them all trimmed off, I then wash them all with soap and water and make sure they're all clean, because she's got lots of dirt around them. And if we count them, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and then she's got 5 on the other side. So she has enough nipples for 10 puppies. So if she has anywhere up to 10, they'll each get a nipple. If she has more than 10, they'll have to fight for a nipple. And I have to watch then to make sure that some of them are getting the milk, that they're not losing out and losing weight. So sometimes I have to supplement them with a bottle, and we'll have a look at that one in a minute. So this is Vicky, and I also have my other dogs. So we'll start with a puppy who's 14 weeks. She's called Shandy. So she's busy chewing her bone in the crate. That's Shandy.
There you go.
So she's about 14 weeks old. So they grow very quickly. She's kind of very leggy right now. I gave her a bone to keep her quiet so that she wouldn't. Here we have 2 little puppies. There are only 2 in the litter, and they're 6 weeks old. I also gave them bones because they were with some peanut butter in them, because they were making quite a bit of noise. But they're 6 weeks old. So as we go on, we'll be looking at puppies that are born and gradually go on until they're 9 weeks old when they go home. So this is what they'll look like at 6 weeks. This is Sissy. She's 1 year old. This is her mother, Lark. That's Lark. Lark's 5. Bracken. And this is my oldest, Bracken. She's 9. And Millie is Shandy's mum. Millie. And this is Millie. She's 4. Millie. That's Millie, and she's Shandy's mum. Okay, so this is the area where the puppies are going to be born. And this big box is called a whelping box. When the bitch has her babies, we call it whelping. Often a little puppy is referred to as a whelp. So this is the whelping box. And I make it smaller for the first little while, so I have a partition. So Mum will have her puppies in here, and then as the puppies grow, I can move the little wall back so the puppies have more room to play. The box, as you can see, has a big rail around it. And a lot of people look and say, what's that? Well, we call it a pig rail. That's a funny name to give it. But it comes from actually pigs. A mother pig has so many baby piglets that the farmer would put this rail around the area where mother pig had her piglets so that they could get underneath and they didn't get squashed. So this is the same thing with the puppies. We put this up and call it a pig rail. And when Mum has her puppies, if the puppies get underneath, they won't be squished, especially if she has a large litter. And as the puppies grow and get hot, they'll move around and Mum will lie and stretch and she could squish them. So the puppies can get underneath and are kept quite safe. As the puppies grow, I have doorways that I can put up because they all start climbing out. So I have little doors that will go on to keep the puppies in. And then I have a second one that goes in as they grow. And then I do have a third one so that the puppies can't get out until I'm ready to let them out in the areas to play. The box has a floor that is washable, obviously, because the little puppies are going to be peeing. So it's got a washable floor. At the back, I have a box which I call the puppy box. So when Mummy's having her puppies, we put the puppy she's had in the box while she delivers her next puppy so that she doesn't squish the ones that she's already had. And because the puppies have to be kept very warm because they can't regulate their own temperature, I have heat lamps. And these heat lamps give off a nice heat. This one is a red one, and this one is a white one. And to make sure they're at the right temperature, which is about 80 degrees, I have thermometers which I put in the box before she has her puppies, and that makes sure that the temperature's right. So when the puppies go in the puppy box, they've got the heat coming down to keep them nice and warm. So I get all this ready beforehand, so Mummy has her puppies, everything's set up, and I know where the lights should be and how much heat they give off. Excuse me. She's having a look in to see what's going on. That's good news. It's her first litter, so she doesn't know what this box is yet. So it's good that she's having a sniff, because she's going to have to get used to going in there and then be ready to have her puppies in there. Yes, that's the whelping box. So this is my table that I have all the things on that I'll need for whelping. And over here I have all the towels. A pile of towels, usually about 3 per puppy. So I have to have quite a pile because I never know quite how many puppies. And then I have a washer and dryer here just for the puppies because they make quite a mess of their towels and bedding. So it's here, and it's also good for the noise. The puppies get used to the noise of the washer and dryer as they grow up. Over here is my table. So all the things that I need for when the puppies are born. You all have a belly button. So when you were born, you were attached to your mum by a cord. You got left with a belly button. Well, it's the same with the puppies. And what we do is if the cord's too long, we'll use the hemostats to clip it and stop it bleeding. So I have to have those there. I have to have sharp scissors in case I need to cut anything. And when the puppies are born, they sometimes have fluid in their noses. So I have a special little squeezy that will bring the fluid out of the nose so it helps the puppy breathe. This happens with human babies as well. Over here, I have some scales and a box for weighing the puppy. So when the puppies are first born, we bring them after mum's licked them. We dry them off again with the towel because we don't want them to get cold. So then we weigh them, and I have a chart which I write down everything about the puppy. The time it was born, the sex, the time it was born, how much it weighs in grams and in ounces, and if there's any particular color, it might be pale or dark. If its placenta came, and anything we have comments, whether we were worried about it, because it took a long time to breathe. So this is here for each puppy when they're born. So we weigh them, and then we put their weight on the chart, and then we mark them. And for the girls, we'll use purple, and for the boys, we're going to use green, and it's nail polish, so I can keep putting it on when it wears off. And the first puppy will have the mark on its head. Second puppy goes to its back, then down to the tail, and then to the shoulders. So each puppy will have a mark in a different place. And so when families look back at pictures, they can see where their puppy is. So if they got green head, they can look at all the puppy pictures and see green head, and they know that that's their puppy when it was really tiny. so that as it wears off, as I said, I have to keep putting it back on. As the puppies grow, I have another chart, so we weigh them every day to begin with, to make sure they're all gaining weight and getting enough milk. And as they get bigger, then I don't do them every day. I'll do it every 3 or 4 days, and just to make sure that nobody's losing weight or not getting enough milk from mum. And I mentioned that if she has a lot of puppies and they don't have enough nipples, I have the baby bottle ready and some powdered milk. So I'll mix it up and give them the bottle. So it's just an ordinary baby bottle with the nipple that mummy would use on her babies too. So it's the same kind of bottle that, because they're biggish puppies, they can manage the big nipple. I also have a baby monitor. So if I had to go upstairs or needed to be away, go to the bathroom or something, and I was worried, I've got my baby monitor. So I have the other part of it in the room I would be going. So if there was a squawk or something happened, I'd be able to hear. So I keep my baby monitor on so that I can hear everything they say. I haven't brought it down yet, but I always have a bottle of corn syrup. So when mum's having her puppies, she's using up a lot of energy. So I'll mix some corn syrup because it's nice and sweet and will give her energy, and some water. And they usually love to lap it up. So it gives them that little bit of energy to help them finish giving birth to all their puppies. And I also have some of her food soaking. So when she's finished, she's usually very hungry, she can lap up her soft food rather than have to bite each kibble. So I have that always ready for her. And the one other thing which I haven't brought in yet is a bed. I have a cot which unfolds, and I put it right beside the box so that I can lie in it and have my face looking into the box to make sure that the puppies are doing okay at night time and that mum is settled in with them. And I'll usually keep my bed here for about 2 weeks. It depends a lot how many puppies she has and how good she is with the puppies. So if she's a really good mum, I might move it away after a week, just a little bit. So if she wanted to come out, she could. But I want to make sure when she's coming in and out, she's not going to step on the puppies. Or being a new mum, she has to learn how to step around the puppies. So I will be setting my bed up very soon because she's due next in 3 days. So I'll get my bed up and I'll probably sleep in here tonight so that she can get used to going in and out of the box as well. So those are the things that I do to get ready for my puppies. And next time we'll be hopefully showing you some puppies that have been born. Thank you.